Well, if we've ever had a crunch month, this is it. Welcome back to the Blackburn Rovers Football Manager Save. We're aiming to take Blackburn into the Premiership in 2024, but we've got a hell of a month up. Look at this for a fixture list in January. We play Wigan, we play Swansea, we play Newcastle in the Carabao Cup semi-final, we play Colchester in the FA Cup. Then after that, we play Newcastle in the second leg of the Carabao Cup. Then Cardiff and Birmingham in the league. This could be a season-defining month. Do we progress to the next round of the FA Cup? Do we beat a giant killing over Newcastle in the Carabao Cup? And do we stay on track to get promoted in the Premiership, in the league, where Nottingham Forest have taken a 3-point gap now, but we're chasing them, and we don't want to give them any more ground in that run for the Premiership in automatic promotion. Make sure you're dropping likes on the videos and make sure you're subscribing to not miss any further episodes as we get into January and the transfer window. We're hoping to strengthen the squad. The scouts are out there having a look and seeing what is available on the market. I can't wait to get into it, so let's do it. We're not officially into January yet, so we need to get into January before we look at players coming in. We've got 90 players on the shortlist. I'm hoping some of them are free contracts that we can pick up for next year. Maybe even look at picking up some for this year, although I don't think our wage budget and transfer budget will allow it, but who knows. We have got 3 players coming in January though. We've got Joaquin Blasquez, who's going to be a 22-year-old Argentina keeper. We're going to use him as backup as we are losing Ainsley Pears. We didn't even register for this year's competition in the Championship. So we'll be bringing him in. He'll be long-term, potentially someone who replaces Andrew, although they are the same age, to be honest with you. Andrew's 22 years old and could go to 4 stars, so it would just be a great backup to have. We picked him up for free as well, so it was nothing off our budget. We then also have Gino Peruzzi coming in as a right wing back. Now, in the right wing back position, we obviously have Britton and Mason who are there, but Peruzzi come through yet again, another free transfer as an A+ sign him. 4 stars already as a wing back, which means then if we look at the depth that we've got in this right back position, we'll have Britton, Mason, and we'll have Peruzzi as well. But Mason can also play centre back, and we've been struggling a little bit rotating Phillips and Reece Williams out of them positions. Obviously, we've got Scott Wharton, who's great to fill in there, but after that, it's kind of, you know, Carter's not too bad. We do have Dominic Hyam, but I personally don't like him. So we might actually offload Hyam, and we obviously lose Ayala, who's not played at all this season, so it's not any negative effect to us, but we do lose him if the worst was to happen and he needs to play. He won't be there. So Mason will probably actually go back into a centre-back cover. And then the other person who is coming through is Eduard Atesta. Now, he joins as a centre midfield, ball-winning midfielder, and a deep-line playmaker, which means he can play in both of these 2 positions. Now, obviously, we rotate Buckley, Travis, and we have Adam Wharton, who plays there as well. We'll be looking to get some more. Yes, we will. Will we offload anybody? Possibly. I did just mention about Hyam potentially going out. Not set on that yet. We might reevaluate that one when we look at the depth that we've got, but we'll definitely need to free up some wage demand somewhere. I'm not sure where that is. We'll look at that. Can we get rid of Dak and Ayala before they sign pre-contracts? Is it going to be worth releasing them and bagging the 30k contract that they aim to bring in? They both have 15k contracts with us till the end of the season. If it's possible that we could bin them off with not too much of a cost, it might be something to explore. We'll get into that as it comes. I'm going to sift through our 90 recommendations from the scouts. If there's any good ones, we'll look through them. So, not really too much going on in the market in the first, well, we're not even on January yet, but we'll look through them list of transfers. There was nothing amazing to choose from, so I sent the scouts back out there to have a look. But one thing that I have done, I don't know if I'm being stupid or not, 37-year-old James Milner is without a club he still has generally good stats, and he will come on a trial for 4 weeks. Is it worth it? For the second half of the season to get a James Milner in to shore up some of these places. I mean, he can play right back, left back, centre mid, can play in the wings if we wanted him to. Is it worth it? I'm going to take the chance. I'm going to give him the opportunity to come on trial for 4 weeks. Let's see how this gets on then. So as we get ready for that Wigan game, we're favourites. We're back at home at Ewood Park. Even money to win this one. Wigan on a little bit of form at the minute. 3 wins and a draw. We're on a loss, unfortunately. Right, up next then is Wigan, and we should be beating these. They're 15th in the league. We are back at home. So potential issues with Hayden Carter, and to be fair to him, he's only played 5 times starting and 4 times off the bench this season for us. I just generally used him as a reserve role, and he's going to explore his options at the end of his contract. I mean, his contract is until... I think he's got a year and a half on his contract, to be honest with you. Yeah, a year and a half on his contract. Only 750k at the top valuation. He's 3 stars, though, so he is good to fill in. We'll see what he wants to do and what he comes up with. Yeah, I can see why I would want to leave, to be fair. And so it starts for Adam Wharton. We're on the 1st of January. The transfer window has just opened, freshly opened, just 8 hours ago. And Crystal Palace are sniffing around for Wharton. Now it says the press reporting that a £14 million deal could be met by Crystal Palace. His valuation is 13 to 18.5, but as we know, Adam Wharton this year has been absolutely pivotal for us. 3.5 star rated at the minute, could go to 5 stars. His stats are very good for a 19-year-old. He plays deep line playmaker for us. I don't want to lose him. Look at his average rating for the season, 7.18 for the season. 8 goals, mainly come from penalties. 28 appearances across all competitions, including sub appearances. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not someone you just want to give up, is it? He's a core member of the team at 19 years old. I really hope we can just deter him from leaving. He's got a contract, 2.5k for 3 years and 6 months. The only thing I can think of is potentially rewarding him and giving him a better contract and seeing if that will keep him here. Or we might just have to dig our feet in and hope the board don't overwrite us and end up selling him. So we'll just see what happens until concrete deals come in and offers come in for him. But I want him to stay here 100%. So our 2 new arrivals in Gino Peruzzi and Joaquin Blackwez have arrived to the club. Now, Joaquin doesn't have a work permit, and I might send him back out on loan anyway straight away, so there's no point registering him for the team just yet. Let's see how he takes that initially. But we definitely want to get Gino in there. Now, my first thoughts is just drop Daniel Ayala. There's literally no need him to be there, so we'll drop him and bring Gino into the fold, and we apply for his work permit. So let's see what happens there. If we don't get a work permit through for him, we'll send him out on loan and hope that he does end up getting one. If not, then we're buggered. So let's see what happens with that. And here we go. It started. I really did not want this to happen, but Wolves have offered £10.25 million for Adam Wharton. It's 7.75 up front, instalments 4 of them, and 20% of profit from the next sale. Now, obviously, he's extremely interested and wants to leave. We're going to try and persuade him to stay. I don't think it's going to go well. If he doesn't go with that, we're just going to reject it and then hope that he doesn't go mental. So let's try to persuade him to stay. Right, okay, what will it take to keep you here? He needs to be playing in the English Premier League, and he doesn't think we're going to do that anytime soon. What? We're second in the league by 10 points in automatic promotion spot, and we might win the championship. Right, let me have a look then. So, right, I'm going to improve the score of the transfer window. Oh, okay. Right, so now we have to sign someone in this transfer window for him to stay at the club. Right. Right, I'm just going to quickly flick across to our budget for the transfer window in January. Oh, yeah, it's minus 20k and 1.46k in transfer fees. So, looks like Adam Wharton's going to be a very unhappy person come the 1st of February. We'll have to deal with that then. Reject the offer for him. Let's just hope that just dies down a little bit and Adam forgets about wanting to leave to go to a Premiership club. Aha! So, Our 22-year-old goalkeeper who was signed on a free has been given a work permit, which is fantastic news for us. I'm going to send him out on loan just because there's no point upsetting Andrew like with how he is at the minute. So he's number one. Let them both come back next season and then let them battle it out. That's not a problem by me. I think that makes more sense. Monthly board performance is an A+. A+ for club vision and culture. C+ for matches, which is, to be fair enough. I can get it. The last 6 weeks, I've had some annoying draws and some losses. Transfers good, tactics good, and squad good. So A+ from the board. Now, what the supporters think, an A+ as well. So they're kind of exactly the same, to be honest with you. Just unhappy about the number of goals being conceded, and that's another fair enough one. At this point with Dominic Hyam, they've called out specifically, which they're not the only people who's disappointed with him, because I don't particularly like him either. Very good dressing room atmosphere and an average managerial support. That's a bit frustrating. Concerned of doing a fine, if unspectacular job of the club. I mean, I'm just going to go out there on a limb and say semi-finals of the Carabao Cup and second in the league, and it's only unspectacular. Seems a bit much, but never mind. As we get into this Wigan game then, we're knackered. That's what I'm getting from it. We are knackered. Let's get some changes going. And it's time to restore the dream team of Sam Gallagher and Joe Gelhardt. Okay, this is the team to go into that game against Wigan. We're back at home. We need a win to get this January kick started. So let's get into it. Gino Peruzzi making his debut straight away. Only been at the club for a day. So here we go then. We're playing Wigan. How do we get on? Good start. Peruzzi with a throw into Travis. Big cross. Nice. That is like it, innit? What a cross that was as well, by the way. Wow. Peruzzi. Hey, let's give him some praise. Can Brighton do us a solid here and beat Nottingham Forest? Peruzzi. Travis. There we go. That is a ball. Can Gelhardt find his mate Gallagher? Turns back inside. Gallagher's there. Get in. Of course, Gelhardt can find Gallagher. Gelhardt is not in the goals this year. That might be because he's now playing right wing, but he's definitely finding Sam Gallagher from them crosses. Peruzzi's got an 8.3 for his first game in this team. That is absolutely brilliant. He's only been here literally 1 day. That's all he's been here for. Brighton are winning. Brighton have just grabbed a goal, which means we're level on points. We're level on points with Forest. As we approach the 89th minute, how much added time will we see? Tyree Stoney plays a lovely ball over to McAtee. Gallagher's in the middle on his own. What a goal. Absolutely fantastic, that is. That is the end of our game. It's 3-0 to Blackburn Rovers. Rodgers grabs himself a goal with a fantastic ball from the new boy, Peruzzi. Then Gallagher gets himself a double in the second half to secure it. Did Brighton keep hold of that 2-1 victory? Yes, they did. So we draw level with Nottingham Forest. So that's going to be the end of it for this episode then. We have crept into January. We played that Wigan game to get us kicked off. And it's been quite positive, to be honest with you. Obviously, we lost to Stoke. We drew to Fulham. We lost top spot of the table. But that win against Wigan and results going our way with Brighton beating Nottingham Forest mean that we're joint top now. Level on points, just behind on goal difference, which we know for a fact we will make up with people like Gelhardt, McAtee, and obviously Sam Gallagher, our striker, in the lineup. Make sure you tune in for the next episode, because we're going to be doing the whole of January and the transfer window. And what is special about January? It's the double-legged semi-final Carabao Cup against Newcastle United. Now, obviously, on paper, Newcastle should beat us, but let's see what we can do with this team spirit we've got in here at the minute. Cheers for watching this episode if you've stuck with us all the way through. If you've not caught up on any of the other past episodes, well, just go and check them out. They're not bad, you know. They're alright. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss another video. Cheers for watching.